Hello everyone and welcome to my fourth video of the Business English lesson series. Before I start, I would like to thank you all for your support, encouragement and contribution. I hope my videos aren't too long and you find them interesting. On the request of many of my participants, I decided to talk on this video of today about emailing, the do's and the don'ts, and also the differences between formal and informal emails. Many people think that writing an email is a basic task with no real guidelines. That's not correct. Writing an email is a protocol and we need to abide by this protocol. How to do that? Let's watch the video. When writing a formal email, you have to take into consideration that contractions are not used unless you are talking about associates who have been working together for some time and have established a good relationship. Apart from that, it's better to use the full form in a formal email. The second point is about abbreviations. It's better to avoid abbreviations in a formal email. So it's better to write information rather than info, advertisement rather than ad, as soon as possible rather than ASAP. The third point is about phrasal verbs. They are more common to informal and neutral email language. It's better to avoid them while writing a formal email. Could is used more often in formal language than can, because could is more polite than can, and we can use it in a formal context. In formal language, more formal synonyms are used, and here I chose some verbs which can be used when talking about a formal context. So it's better to use require instead of need, it's better to use assure instead of promise, and contact instead of get in touch. Here are some verbs and expressions that are commonly used in emails. The ones which are in blue are informal and the ones which are in red are formal. In a formal context, for example, we can use require instead of need, receive instead of get, assure rather than promise, contact rather than get in touch, more instead of further, inquire instead of ask, request instead of ask for, consider rather than think about, postpone instead of put off, and we have already mentioned that phrasal verbs are to be avoided in formal context. Provide instead of give, apologize instead of say sorry. Apologize is ended with a ZE, that's American English. We can also find it with an SE, which is British English. Assistance instead of help, amendments instead of changes, repair instead of fix, with reference to instead of about. I would be grateful if you can send me rather than please send me. Thank you for your interest in instead of thank you for asking about. Now let's practice exercise number 1. You are invited to match the informal words on the left with the correct formal synonyms on the right. Number 1, fix, repair, book, reserve, that's right, ask, inquire, ask for, request, give, yes, provide, and changes, amendments. Thank you very much. In the exercise number 2, you are asked to study the email extracts below and identify the style used in each extract and rewrite the sentences from formal into informal or vice versa. First one, I'd like to ask for some info on your product prices. Can you send me your current brochure? You will have something like that. Number 2, we need more time to make the necessary changes to the contract. So we require further time in order to make the necessary amendments to the contract. Number 3, I have reserved the hotel room. Please find attached the booking confirmation. I have booked the hotel room. I'm attaching the booking confirmation. Number 4, could you provide me with further information on your products? Can you give me more? Can you give me more info on your products? That's right. The first is formal and the answer is informal. I assure you that I will contact you when my laptop is repaired. I promise I'll get in touch with you when my laptop is fixed. About your ad in today's newspaper, I'd like to ask about your experience in management training. You will have an answer like that. With reference to your advertisement in today's newspaper, I would like to inquire about your experience in management training. In the following exercise, you are asked to give the equivalent of the sentences you have in front of you. If it is formal, then you give the informal email language and so on and so forth. So the first one is, do not hesitate to contact me next time. You can have, do get in touch next time. I promise this won't happen again. I can assure you that this will not happen again. As you can see, we have no contraction there. Won't has become will not. Yes, I'm attaching the info you need. Please find attached the information you require. If you need more info, get in touch. If you require any further information, please do not hesitate to contact me. If you need more help, get in touch. If I can be of any further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me. I see you haven't paid our last invoice. We note from our records that you have not paid our last invoice. That's all for today's lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. If you have some free time, you can write some emails on one of the topics you have in front of you. I'll be seeing you soon with a new video and a new lesson. Thank you very much. Goodbye.